calling me. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. They'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me that loyalty. Best to give me that loyalty. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
You overstep.
I'll just be over here, sharpening my feathers.
Hey, never pick a fight you can't win.
Let me get in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, gamers of Sri Lanka, welcome to the Last of Us League of Legends tournament. We are in the grand finals, and it's going to be a best of 3 El Clasico between Team PNX Ascension, currently reigning as the #1 team in Sri Lanka, versus a very close and fierce competition in Noob Alliance's Team Ascension. And we are already through the draft, and we are waiting for the spectator delay. But I'm just going to quickly run through what the picks and the bans were from both respective teams. Now, it looks like both teams have focused on primarily main picks of these players. Maybe they're one tricks even, but you cannot say that considering these are the best that the country has to offer. So we have the Nocturne of Oriana Aatrox topside for Team PNX, and Team NA actually has the Diana and the Olaf Jarvan. So it's going to be a very, very highly contested early game, a very fast-paced game. It's definitely going to be very team fight focused, you can see, because the bot lanes have rounded it out with the Aphelios Renata Glask on the side of Team PNX, as well as the Ezreal and the Nautilus for the bot side of Team Ascension. I feel like they are running an almost identical draft to their first semi-final match, the one that I casted earlier. So let's see how well it pays off, because we do have some good players going up against each other here. So it's all going to depend on the top side. I feel like the focus is mainly going to be along the top side, but let's just see where this goes. It could be anyone's game, and it is a best of 3, so whoever gets the first... Well, whoever takes the first match is definitely going to be having a huge advantage as the night progresses. Anyway, for those of you in attendance, my name is Hades. I'm a retired legend who is now shoutcasting this on behalf of both these teams and these talented players who are now representing Sri Lanka, even in international games. We did see some of our teams, or at least one of our teams, go into the Asian Games and be able to compete against some of the best in the world, so... You know, it's little wins like this, so make sure if you're a fan of League of Legends and you have some friends online who are watching right now, tell them to tune in as well. And yeah, let's see some madness in the comment section as well. Hopefully there would be some notable comments that'll be worthy of a shout out. But not sure if I'll be actually watching the stream while casting and spectating at the same time. Not sure how that'll work. You know, running on a potato computer and all of that. So we are almost through with the spectator delay. Once again, welcome to the Last of Us League of Legends tournament, sponsored by Gameit365. We have, on the blue side, Team Phoenix Ascension versus Noob Alliance's Team Ascension. So there's going to be some Ascensionism over here. Both teams having very similar names, Ascend and Ascension. So that's why I'm just going to stick to PNX and NA. Those who know, know. Those who don't, well, too bad. All right. All right, we are live on Summoner's Rift. And as both teams look to try to establish some semblance of vision control, we will see if there's going to be any fancy invades or anything like that happening.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
This ward is going to spot out the invade. They're going to ping it immediately. Both teams moving towards the objects on the map. They're just going to settle for taking that ward, a little bit of XP. Going to that Ezreal, already a little bit of a lane advantage. Throwing out some mystic shots. Make sure he's not being scouted out.
Minions have spawned.
A little bit of cheeky, aggressive play there by the bot lane of combination of Unseen Blade and KDRS. So it's gonna be a standard start, probably gonna go into a 3-camp full clear, the Nocturne looking to try to power farm. Not sure if he knows if the Raptors have been watered, but we will see. A good hook actually lands on the Renata. You can already see a very aggressive trade. She's already lost 70% of her health bar. Very good trade in favor of the Ezreal and the Nautilus there. Having a look at the lane matchups, it seems like it's going to be quite an even matchup between the Olaf as well as the Aatrox in the top lane. Of course, the Diana is going to be suffering quite a bit to try to even keep up with CS here. She's just trying to land the poke, running the electrocute for that quick burst in those team fights. We can already see a very aggressive trade coming in here by the Olaf as well, pushing this Aatrox off the minions, and a very good trade there by Diana, looking to opt for the all-in. Are we going to see a kill here? Here comes a J4, but the flash forward secures it. First blood to the Diana, and it looks like Diana is going to be return killed by Nocturne, who definitely wins these. Jarvan is flashless. He's going to try to frag and dug his way out, but he has nowhere to go, and that's a double kill door into the Nocturne, and already PNX Ascension off to a very good start with a 2-for-1 trade. Oh, you can also see the Olaf actually coming in here, but the Orianna has already come in, but you can see Diana going back in. He's trying to secure the kill, and that's another kill taken back. Nocturne able to flash away. It's starting to look really bad, as that play was going so well until it just wasn't, and the top laner also pays the price for this. Let's see if Aatrox is able to set up a good freeze here to punish the return of that. Wow, already off to a... it's already 4 kills and it's not even 4 minutes into the game. These teams definitely do not want to let down on the gas. Having a look at the numbers of CS, you can definitely see the Ezreal is ahead. Even though they are currently being pushed into the turret, the Nocturne is going to use the priority as well as these 2 kills to maybe clear these full 2 camps and go in for a big buy on his first recall here. You can see some aggressive trading by the Orianna, who is running the fleet footwork setup now. Most commonly seen in pro play. Gives a little bit of extra burst and movement speed to just kite, land some auto attacks. Nautilus looking for an angle here, and we do see a pause. It does seem like Love 2 is lagging. Welcome to Sri Lanka, welcome to SLT. How has your day been? Looks like we're gonna see a resume very soon. Alright, the pause is over and we are gonna go back to this 2-level lead on the Olaf. Is playing aggressively in the top lane. When in the meantime a fight breaks down in the bot lane as well. A good hook plus ignite lands on this Renata, who's looking quite squishy. The heal comes through, but this Ezreal is taking quite a bit of damage, but they have to peel back. So an even trade, I would say, on both teams, but the wave is being shoved into the blue team's bot lane right now, as I seem to be having a little bit of a graphic lag. I'm not sure what that's about. Potato PC. Ezreal comes forward. The flash hook prediction! Or he flashed to his own grave. I don't know what that was, but that was beautiful by the bot lane. Responding. Picking up another kill there. The not really respecting the range that the Diana has. And she is going to land that combo cleanly on the Orianna, securing the kill. Jarvan is just passing by to say hi, pick up his assist. And this looks like a very diveable bot lane. Let's see if the shy boy is able to make his way down here. Try to deny as much as they can, because this Aphelios does have a flash. You can see the Jarvan actually pathing down now. but they're gonna offer the recall. He's recalling on a ward so they know this is happening. Let's see if they walk up to try to stop this. Okay, Nautilus might have to be a bit careful here. Probably just hook the wall to get away. Should be just fine here. Good poke landed by the Rhino, though. They should try to look and reset on this wave because the Jarvan is hovering around that bot side. So would be potentially setting up for this dragon when the Love 2 and Nishastic have to recall over here. This is a good window. And just as I say that, the game is paused one more time because the top is lagging, apparently. Having a look at the overall total statistics, we can see that both teams are almost dead even in gold, just 200 separating each other. You can see already 3 kills having gone in favor of PNX, as well as 3 in favor of the NA representatives in yellow. I would say that right now the person who would definitely be fed the most would definitely be this Nocturne, sitting on 2, 0, and 1, 100% of his team's kill participation. Whereas the Darwin also being a part of every single kill, even though not being in there in terms of turning up on the right side of things. Small misplays, tiny missteps, little mistakes being punished, but we can already see this game is going to start to snowball very soon. Let's just hope that this top laner stops lagging and we can get back to the game. I don't have a co-casting partner, so I'm afraid you're going to have to listen to my voice all night. I'm so sorry about that in advance.
A summoner has disconnected. A summoner has reconnected. A summoner has disconnected. A summoner has reconnected. A summoner has disconnected.
Only game like that. World Ender there, forcing the flash out of the Olaf. So using that early mistake that Olaf did roaming mid lane and donating a free kill was probably not the play, and it's probably come back to bite him, but the flash is able to keep him safe. While the Jarvan has free reign over the top side of this map, is looking for a potential gank in the mid lane. But you can see that the Nocturne just probably wants to just power farm, get to 6. Already off a very good start with the Jarvan, who still hasn't even recalled and will be looking to secure the blue buff. I'm wondering if they're going to take the dragon here, using the priority that they have. Yeah, so it does look like Drake is being started here. Definitely have to take into account that they already know this is happening, and Team PNX can try to capitalize on the top side of the map, but it just looks like they will concede this. And that is one Ocean Dragon going into the pockets of this Olaf, who's now going to look for the all-in, but that was probably not the playmate, because that puts this Aatrox even more further ahead. A hook just goes wise, just as I say that. Aphelios, it's red and white and time to fight, puts down the turret, does a little bit more damage. As you can see, all these lanes are looking to try to trade and capitalize on whatever little mistakes and cooldowns that they have to work with. You can see some good juking there by the Orianna, wearing her best boots, as you can see, already having picked up that Sorks, not opting in for the amp tone. A little bit of Magic Pen early is definitely going to help her maybe try to bully this Diana out a bit more. And you can already see 3 men closing in. This Orianna might look to be found on and is definitely dead. Lands a shockwave, tries to flash away and dodge the hook, but oh well, at least you can take credit that the kill did go to the Nautilus, but Orianna actually played that out as well as she could, despite the sudden collapse of the enemy team. She tried her best to outplay that, but it didn't work out. No return kills, however, the kill going to the Nautilus might actually help out just a little bit over here, as now it's 4 kills apiece. The Herald has already been started. Trying to push the tempo off this game now. This should be uncontested considering that the Nautilus is in the top side. You can see that the Aatrox seems to be fine under the tower. He's just going to pick up this plate for free. To watch by as the waves crash. Alright, to land some poke here. Use that range. And the Q3, not going to opt for it. Olaf looking to trade aggressively because here comes the Nautilus, having abandoned his bot lane, making plays over here, and it's definitely going to be that shutdown goal going back into the pocket of the Olaf. Very much needed, but you can see that the Ezreal is having to survive with no mana, half an HP bar. Might have to take a really bad base here, but let's see if he opts to stay, try to pick up a little experience, at least if we can't get any CS. But overall, this is a very competitive game, as we're busting into the end of this early game. Let's see how both teams want to play the map at this point. Some good vision around the mid lane is going to prevent any ganks from this Nocturne, but unless he decides to look to invade the Raptor camp. Bot lane is going to opt for a reset. Aphelios and Renata quite considerably able to farm. However, this Ezreal has managed to not only soak up some experience, but also solo gold as well. Ahead in CS. Tier already stacking, so it seems to be going quite well for this bot lane. Let's see how they're going to look to make the rest of the rotations. Nautilus just clearing out some vision, making sure that that quadrant of the jungle stays dark. You can see the Aatrox is pushing in here. He's going to find Jarvan, who's just going to be like, I don't want any of that. Flags and drags away. Just going to go straight to his wolves. Things seeming to slow down a little bit as the supports might just meet here in the river. You can see that there's some pings coming out, signaling that it has been warded. Oh, the axe goes wide, but here comes the Undertow. That's going to pull him back into all 3 Qs and a Conqueror fully stacked. Olaf, I'm not sure if that is a trade you want to take, buddy. And you can see Ezreal is just moving in aggressively. Flash hook forces the flash right back out of the Aphelios, but good flash, definitely kept him alive there. Good reaction play. But this Ezreal really stepping up, and Unseen Blade is seeming to have some comfort here, just stepping forward confidently, able to deal as much damage as he can as the Nocturne flies in with the Paranoia. The Berserk is gonna catch them, and they are both definitely going to die here, but another kill actually goes back in favor of all. The top lane is also going in favor of the Olaf, with the teleport also coming in, is going into absolute chaos. And is he able to stay alive a little bit longer with the Renata borrowed time, but it does not seem to work out, and oh my goodness, this game is out of control. It's an absolute fiesta. A Herald has been dropped in the bot lane as well, try to maximize whatever they can using whatever happens. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Sri Lankan League of Legends at its peak. No jokes, both teams pushing the tempo of this game, trying to fight for as many things as possible. Bloody, it's like we're looking at what? 14 kills at 12 minutes into the game. This is like the LPL, just with some Chinese flavoring and Sri Lankan style in the mix. Alright, so we do see a dragon actually spawning. It's going to be only the second break of the game. And we're going to see an immediate rotation there. All members moving towards this Infernal that is potentially going to be where the next team fight is going to perhaps decide the pace of this game. A lot of summoner spells were blown in that last exchange. Neither team would teleport, however, the Orianna is able to teleport and come into this. They look like they want to try to contest, but no. Paranoia means that they cannot shut the lights off, and this dragon is just going to go in favor of NA. But you can see this Renata is really low. Gets hook, is probably just gonna die. And yeah, they're just gonna pick up a freebie after that. Thank you so much. Teleport also blown, and the lanes are gonna go back into even state. You can see this Nocturne has been on the receiving end of plenty of kills and has now completed the stride breaker. Mythics coming through even for the Jarvan on the other side. Raven also seeming to have a pretty impactful game. You can see this Olaf has managed to secure a bit of a level lead, just now evened up by the Aatrox. Of course, Olaf will win at this point, considering that he is having the better of these trades as he scales on. You can already see the Paranoia used, and this is going to be a shutdown for sure. Shy Boy picking up his 5th kill of the game. Ezreal playing too forward, not respecting the cooldown, and that the Nocturne ultimate was not used in that last dragon fight. Ends up donating his life, and this is a very, very strong jungle right now. Nautilus is probably looking to try to just soak up some EXP here. Nothing that they can do without the ADC, just try to hold the wave. Let's see if Renata steps forward a little bit too much. You can see if they are trying to go in for a bait. Olaf continuing to put the pressure on this Aatrox, and I feel like that's going to continue to go in his favor. Well, both mid laners are just looking to try to farm it out. Diana significantly behind in CS at this point of the game. But the Mythic already completed would mean that better teamfight utility. Here comes a J4, lands a knockup, and this should definitely be a dead Renata. She has no flash, no heal, nothing to save her. Just not respecting the priority that this Jarvan currently has with this Diana in the mid lane. But you can already see, since this is a Hex Tech map, that these portals are going to be used in. My Bluetooth speaker is dying, I need to plug it into charge.
Cell battery recharge. Cell battery recharge.
Okay, and as I'm back, we can see a fight break out, and the Nocturne is looking to try to just fight his way through all of this and sustain, but it's not gonna last much longer. He might just get his shutdown goal. The flash forward by the Nautilus, the hook is gonna get body blocked, hopefully. But yes, Nocturne is actually able to come out of that alive. Wow. Protect the jungler at all costs. He is carrying us right now. But this pressure from this Ezreal just seems to be relentless right now, sitting on that completed Essence Reaver, and is very soon also going to probably have the gold to purchase his Muramana, which will automatically upgrade to Manamune at 360. Of course, this priority around mid lane means a Herald has been secured, probably going to be looked to try to use this to siege down mid or top. Let's see what the red team wants to do, as they are sitting ahead at this point of the game at 15 minutes in. We can see that the NA team is sitting quite comfortably. They don't have to rush too much. They can just look to try to push out their lanes, try to group up around the next big objective, or just try to catch someone out. Are we gonna see an all-in on this Aatrox? A Cataclysm is probably gonna get landed here. Aatrox is gonna use the World Ender. No! Does not have that, has to flash away. It's just a few seconds from coming up, but they are able to secure that. Jarvan is able to come and secure the kill. So, oh no, that was just playing around the timings. And Ezreal actually going in quite aggressively in the meantime, trying to get something back. They know that they're ahead at this point of the game. They're trying to look to press this advantage. Top lane is surely going to fall over here as Shelly actually pushes in, takes out the first outer turret. And more map control going to the red side team. Nocturne Paranoia does come in on this Ezreal, who has been blinded, uses the heal, tries to flash away, but the last auto attack comes through. Nocturne gaining the rage from that lethal tempo, and just like that, the R button goes down, and that's another kill to the 7-1-1 Nocturne, who has been basically dictating the pace of this early game single-handedly, actually, for the blue team. We're gonna use this to secure this Drake uncontested. Let's see if the red team are poppy spearing quite aggressively. They're trying to look to get the steal, but you can see the turnaround from the Renata. Good ultimate from the Diana, knocks 3 people down. And you can see Aphelios, who has the right guns, is able to return fire, gonna secure that kill. And he's gonna be kept alive by the Renata as well. But the team fight is over, and we do have the winners. Oh my goodness, this is an absolutely chaotic game. It's just happening, everything is happening way too fast. Everybody's just going straight in. Do or die. The fact that they don't have a jungle, they don't have a smite, it's okay. We're gonna go in, we're gonna contest anyway. And yeah, I guess that even though they didn't win the fight, they did get that dragon. And right now we are sitting at almost an identical amount of gold. A cheeky little steal there from the Nocturne, takes the get, it's like bye-bye, that's mine now. As you can see, the Nocturne ultimate is already up. He's definitely going to try to look to... You can see there's a collapse. I'm not sure what Orianna is doing there or how she got there behind that tower. She's just running away. He's probably going to execute here. Doesn't have any mana. Just going to try to waste some time. Just one more turret hit should do it. Time successfully wasted. And yeah, that seemed like a very... That was just an adventure. I'm guessing Orianna just decided she wanted to be the wrong place at the wrong time, but does decide to waste Nautilus's time as well. Little comedy of errors there. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at an almost dead-even game. The next team fight could literally decide how this plays out, because we are seeing Team Ascend sitting on Soul Point. And the next dragon would give them a very powerful soul. That's definitely going to help them the further this game progresses. See, both ADCs almost sitting on the same amount of gold as well. 2 kills apiece. The one who has been suffering, you can definitely see, is this Orianna, who hasn't really been able to make much of an impact, but when she does start grouping up with the rest of the team, she might be able to make some magic happen, but is pushed in quite far without any vision on her blue side of the jungle. Sorry, on the red side of her jungle. This wave's slowly gonna bounce back. You can see Diana might look to try to maintain this push. Olaf, you can see, just going to clear some vision there. Make sure that he can push out safely without having to worry about a sudden Nocturne just jumping right at him. Do we see an attempt here? And not signals Nocturne to just go straight in. Flash is blown by the Nautilus, but this is a Nocturne with an Orianna on top of it. So good luck trying to escape this. Diana's also gonna have to burn the Flash just to stay alive and not respecting that the collapse can come through. This is a very fed Nocturne who has a Guardian Angel, has also purchased an Executioner's Calling, and quite comfortably sitting in control in the sole #1 position, probably has the most gold in the game right now. So this cooldown is just gonna get shorter thanks to the ultimate hunter stacks as well. We're probably gonna see the first turret fall in the bot lane in favor of PNX Ascension. Immediate flag drag of Philios locked in the Cataclysm. The Renata is going to keep him alive just for a little bit longer, but the collapse was imminent, and we can see flashes having to be blown. And this, with just a little bit until the dragon actually spawns, is going to be red team pushing down the mid lane, trying to look to siege and take this tier 1 turret out. Olaf returning to the top lane, going to walk over this ward. Will we see a Baron attempt, actually? Oh, the shockwave is quickly just eat away from by the Ezreal, able to stay alive while this Baron has been started, but could this potentially turn into a leash? That is what we are seeing. The paranoia goes down. Here comes the team fight. Aatrox to the world ender, dealing massive damage in the middle, barely taking anything. The Baron rather, is still alive, is stolen by the Jarvan here, and he's gonna try to get out at the cost of his teammates' life. The Ezreal is here to clean up along with that crowd control. Immune Olaf going berserk in the top lane, but you can see that the Aatrox is still alive, being CC'd and taken down as well. Ezreal is still alive, and the red team is able to win the fight and also pick up this. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is probably going to be a game 1 taken by our representatives in yellow. Team Ascend coming out on top, actually. Ahead in that team fight, even though it was a little bit of a dire situation. It was do or die. I guess you gotta throw your best foot forward and see what comes out of it. And with this soul, they're definitely gonna have a very, very comfortable way towards winning this best of 3, the very first of this best of 3. Let's see what they're gonna do with their gold. They're gonna go back. They're gonna buy reset, look to push out these side waves, look to get some control around this mid lane and push their lead even further. Try to knock down these remaining turrets in the mid lane. And a quick true shot barrage fires across the map. Just because he can, and he looks cool doing that in his Pyjama Guardian skin. It's at this point where we need to start looking at the builds and the scaling. It's definitely looking very, very, very much in favor of this Ezreal, who's sitting not just on this Hextech Soul, but now a completed Manamune with the Essence Reaver, going for a lethality third option. Let's see what he wants to opt into. Okay, you can see the Olaf is immune, going in on this Orianna. You cannot stop an Olaf that is this far ahead by standing in one place. Nocturne tries to fight it, but this Olaf is out of control. He's able to stay alive through all of that, and he's able to get the triple kill. This is just GG. Well played. And yeah, we're gonna be going into game 2 very soon. But wow, talk about turning that fight around. The top laner is like, hey, I might have had a bit of a rough early game, but don't you dare underestimate the power of my soul and my team collapsing. So while the siege goes on in the bot lane, the siege also goes on in the mid lane. At some point, you're just gonna have to wonder, what can we do for match number 2? What are we gonna prioritize? Because this Orianna first pick does not seem to be working out. While the Nocturne and the Aatrox definitely did have their pop-off moments, this game has just been very chaotic and snowball-driven from the very start of the game. I mean, we are seeing a game of 37 kills in just 25 minutes, so this is very high-paced League of Legends, and it's exactly what we want to see. Just a lot of bloodshed, a lot of punches being thrown back and forth, both teams just testing each other out. Could even go as far as to say just limit testing, but yeah, the draft is gonna have to be something that they are gonna have to definitely look at here. Still a best of 3, you cannot count out currently the #1 team in Sri Lanka, of course. PNX Ascension having stood at the top now for some time in the local scene. They might potentially see any kind of window for a comeback here, and they will pull the trigger. You definitely know that this is a team that's capable of doing that, so we might be looking to see if they could try to slow this game down. I mean, I have seen games that have been far, far more closer, even with like Dragon Souls and stuff. But if it's up to a team right now to control the pace of this game, it's definitely in favor of PNX Ascension with just turning that map dark. They're sitting in every single lane, they're sitting in the jungle, they're constantly maintaining pressure. You can see that this is going to be a desperation play. Try to pick up this Diana, who's probably going to lose this one-on-one. You cannot fight this Nocturne, especially with the Orianna. Die buddies. But a beautiful Zhonya's is able to keep the Nocturne alive for just a little longer, but their base is being sieged down. Airtruck's having to use the World Ender just to try to stop this 4-man siege with this Dragon Soul. So that was a very good job for them to actually put some gold back in their pockets. Maybe try to look to slow the pace of this game down. So PNX still fighting, despite the lead of almost 9,000 here that they are looking to slowly but surely try to claw back from, but it would mean they would have to try to group up and try to siege and take down these remaining outer turrets. Just get that standing gold, maybe try to funnel this ADC, because the late game Aatrox, Orianna, and Aphelios could potentially have the options of outscaling if this goes into the hyper late game, but I'm not guessing that this is a team that wants to slow down. They can see an overextended Aatrox. What is going to be the call? Aatrox does have the World Ender here if he needs it. He's going to use it to try to run away, but he's probably not going to get very far. Going to try to heal back up a little bit. Lands a full combination and actually takes 1/3 of this Ezreal's health bar, almost all of it. A flash ultimate from the Olaf, who is now crowd immune, just going in on 3 people. He is not stopping. He's able to actually kill through the Renata's. Immune is probably gonna get a triple. No! Almost a one-man show here, but what does that mean? That Mr. Rock, Paper, Scissors single-handedly just crushed the hopes of PNX right there, who are gonna get a Baron. The Baron is gonna be taken at least, by Team Ascend here. Ascension, Ascend, this is too confusing. I'm just gonna say PNX and NA. I really can't. You can't expect me to. So, yeah, that's another Baron going for the red team, who will definitely look to try to close this game out now. They don't want to give this team a chance to come back, because one single team fight, this Elder fight, will determine how this is going to go. And it's spawning immediately. You can see that both teams are moving up. The Aphelios, however, is stuck, having to clear a minion wave in the mid lane. First move coming in by the red team, who immediately are going to maybe try to pull this one out just a little bit. You can see that there is still no vision. The control wards have been laid down. Here comes the Nocturne. He's trying to steal it, but the dragon is secured by the Ezreal of all people, and the fight is going to break loose, and everybody is in do or die mode right now. You can see the Guardian Angel is going to keep this Olaf alive for a little bit longer, but it's not going to matter. The Aphelios is going to definitely get this. You can see that the Olaf is trying his best to keep everyone alive, but the Ezreal is on a rampage. He is staying alive in these fights, and despite this Elder Dragon buff, he is able to keep himself and only himself alive in the fight that ensues. So let's see if we can try to use this advantage. This Ezreal left with some free reign for the moment. I'm guessing no one wants to step forward. There's nothing on the map to take, except maybe a wolf camp. Maybe try to look to pressure the top lane a little bit. Get some gold back. Uses his R there, hoping he might find something. True shot barrage flying across that Grump, who's just like, why me, man? Why you target me? Oh, and here comes the Ezreal. He has a buff. He's gonna just get the kill. Oh, no. That is horrible. I guess Ezreal really testing his limits there. He's gonna go for a cheeky recall. The Nocturne ultimate comes through. Is he out of sight? Is he gonna just stay out of vision? And he is able to survive it. The unseen blade truly was unseen as he ninjas his way out and gets the Nocturne R cooldown as well. Too cool for school. Ezreal knows what he's all about. And he looks like he wants to put an end to this chaotic game 1. 64,000 gold to the red team. 54,000 gold. A 10,000 gold lead almost now. 7 turrets to 2. 2 Baron Nashes and Foe Dragons solely to this red team. This Olaf is definitely going to be a problem to deal with in the bot lane alone. But they're going to have to group up around this mid, but is going to be the main point of focus right now. The Elder still not fully expired on this Ezreal. He still has a little bit of it left. Probably maybe a few more seconds. But they're going to use that to take this inhib. Bot inhib also being sieged at the same time. Able to be secured. And the final fight, the Orianna Shockwave combo lands with a Nocturne ultimate, but the Ezreal is still alive! He's able to throw true shot after true shot, but is not able to clean up the fight, as I feel like that was a little bit of a misstep. Looking to try to end the game, it looks like... Yeah, it looks like they had the ball and they fumbled. Orianna's just gonna come in and pick up this kill and 1,000 gold as well. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, they flipped the script, they flipped the game on its head, and PNX are back in this game. Alright, they should try to use this, definitely to try to take out that first mid-chart. It's been there for the longest time. The dead timers are quite long at this point, so... Take back some control, get some standing gold, maybe cheekily try to pick up that red buff from their jungle as well. If you rotate your way towards that, considering you don't have a Baroned up minion wave. Chances of taking any more turrets are very likely, so maybe try to get for that red buff. Now? No? Don't want to risk it? Doesn't look like it. They're like, okay, you can keep the red buff, we're just gonna try to secure some vision around this Baron pit, because this Baron is gonna be spawning soon, and is going to probably decide the fight, rather decide the fight as well as the game. Match number 1 of this best of 3. Kinda crazy how just one team fight could just completely turn the game on its head. But that's what both these compositions are looking to do. They are looking to out-team fight one another and secure this important first game in this BO3. It is quite late after all, so not sure how that's affecting the mental states or the moods of these players, but I'm sure if anyone's game right now, this is their playground. We never sleep. We play League of Legends and repeat. This Jarvan's gonna be spotted. They're looking to just make sure that the lanes are being pushed out so that they can contest this Baron Nashor that's gonna be spawning very soon. The permanent buff advantage still with Team Ascend, of course. Drop barrage just to land a little bit of poke. And the dragon, the Baron is going to be started, or are they looking to try to bait here? You can see they're slowly moving in. They know it's not warded. Are they able to just get a pick here? Oh, this is such a dead Renata. And that's a free Baron, because guess what? We do have a dive on this Olaf, who is going to look to try to survive. They're going to try to kite away. His immune is going to run away. He's going to try to look to escape, but they are able to secure the kill. Aphelios using his ultimate to secure that there, but that is a dragon, a Baron being traded in response. Definitely the more important buff, and you can see that with this Renata down, they're gonna try to look to take the final remaining inhibitor. Please excuse me, sir. I want to end this game and go into game 2. They're gonna commit on this fight, it looks like. Even with the Orianna Shockwave, it's not able to survive the burst. But you can see that the Renata ultimate was used there, but a good flash hook on the airborne Aphelios is gonna mean he's gonna die as well. And this game, ladies and gentlemen, is over. Elder secured, however. Ricky, they're gonna try to end the game. Just try to end the game. Focus the Nexus. Just focus the Nexus. GG. Elder Dragon for Nexus trade. What a game. What a game one. That was incredible. I'm glad you guys were able to catch that with me if you were watching. That was a chaotic game one. Sorry that my casting was all over the place. It's been a while since I've done this. But we will be back for game 2 after about another 10 to 15 minutes. So until then, go get your food or go get your girlfriends and tell them there's something cool happening that they need to check out. And also just like and subscribe and share this with the people you know. And yeah, I will catch you guys for game 2. Let's see what P and X Ascension are going to change about their draft going into this second game in a best of 3. For now, Hades out.
You're scared. Good to know.
My scissors don't bite.
Who dares defy my will? Come on, I won't hurt you. I promise. Let me ask.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are in already. The draft is done, and we can see a very all-in team comp from PNX Ascension. With the Wayne, Rakan, Darius, Bran, and Irelia, they're just looking to try to take control of this early game and try to dominate that way. Meanwhile, the team fight from the other team is also evenly as dangerous. So it's going to be a battle of. You can definitely expect to see a lot of kills per minute. You can expect to see a lot of fights happening around mid-top, and let's see if PNX have decided that they're going to take this draft a bit more seriously, try to get those early dragons, which didn't go in their favor in the last game. And also, in order to try to fix this issue with with me being ahead of the cast, once we go into game after about maybe 2 minutes until the production team make sure that we're on the same page, then I will start casting the match. But until then, just spam in the comments who you guys think is going to be the winner of this important match number 2 between the best team that PNX has to offer versus the best team that Noob Alliance has to offer in Sri Lankan League of Legends. This is the Last of Us LoL tournament, and I will see you guys after we have fixed the spectator delay, hopefully.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in game. No crazy dives happening this time. It looks like the two bot lanes want to be left to just farm it out. We'll probably see some early trading as well. Both evenly ranged, I would say, and both evenly scaling. Let's see if we're going to see which team gets those early level trues, tries to push those early lane advantages, and to try to take control of the game, because the early game is going to decide a lot. I do have to point out that this Vex pick was actually very, very good into the comp that they're playing against, because we have dashes on the Rakan, we have a tumble on the Vayne, we have, of course, Irelia's Blade Surge as well, so he's able to counter a lot of those abilities. You can see in a very aggressive trade there, Darius into Set, who wins these. Looks like it's an even trade. So Vex is using that advantage, but the level 2 is gonna come in the mid lane right now. Let's see if Aurelia uses that to trade aggressively. Misses the E. Not able to connect on that one. You can see the level 2 is just about to pop in the bot lane as well. You can see this Darius is just able to play so forward. He actually might have been able to get a first blood if he had his apprehend at level 2. But just gonna go drop a ward, try to spot this Wukong. They probably have a vision on the Raptors. There is vision, actually. They know where this brand is right now. Both teams are gonna use this information. I really just looking to aggressively just try to push this wave under the turret so that she could try to use her positional advantage, and a very good hook there by the Darius, but he takes a turret hit, and this is probably not what he wants. Ooh. Probably gonna have to recall after that. Brand just going into the full clear, probably into the bot scuttle. You can see the Wukong is pinging mid lane. They can see that this Irelia is just trying to get this wave to crash under the turret. She's got the job done successfully. Despite being down behind a little bit of CS, she's pressing her advantage. She understands that Wukong is potentially playing around the top side to try to secure that scuttle, while that is being mirrored by the brand, who might be looking to try to use this push that they have to maybe look to try to get some deeper vision. Yes. Right as the Vex recalls and as the fight breaks out, this does mean that they're gonna burn the flash actually from the aggressive trading, whereas one more auto attack should do the trick. But these are no summoners and a brand full HP, both summoners available. Let's see how he plays it out. Whereas is just gonna have to use this movement speed from the ghost to get away and is able to safely back off, so nothing really coming big out of it. Set and Darius, even at this stage, when Darius should comfortably actually be looking to try to control this lane, but the longer that Set is able to survive is the better for him. Considering Apprehend is the only way to actually stop the Set from using his W effectively, is also going to determine a lot for that lane. Oh, and a very good E actually lands there. I'm really able to trade successfully. Uses her W as well, just to try to fend off some of that Vex incoming damage. Wave pushed in by the bot lane, by the Varus, who is sitting at a slight gold lead right now with just a few CS. But Rakan is cheekily able to just cancel the recall, just be a nuisance. He knows that that is going to be the base timing, so they're going to try to aggressively push this wave, try to make that Varus lose as much CS as possible. Oh. Wukong's thinking. Darius is able to somehow, like, the wave is pushing back into the Set, so Set could potentially look to maybe try to set up a freeze and a repeat gank, just to try to get the summoner out, but you can clearly see that the Vex there is just able to use her fear and just that passive advantage of just being able to counter anyone with a dash to her advantage, so it's nice to see some pocket picks coming out and, you know, times it. Oh, the immediate ultimate! Level 6 lands the ultimate. Set is able to flash away. Does not see that coming, and meanwhile there is no mana and the Wukong is alive. The flash forward by the Darius is trying to get one more auto attack off, but why would he just not run away? Let Wukong clean it up. He could have lived that, if you ask me, if he had just run away, but it's a trade of kills and returned in favor of the Wukong, who's able to also pick up a kill. We are one each on the board. And Brand is going to use this, just get off some extra priority around that dragon. Vex should have our lost chapter here on the first back as well. Well, Irelia just wants to try to rush her Blade of the Ruined King as soon as possible. So now Set is able to actually just push out that wave. Let's see if it'll probably look to try to maybe do something cheeky, like maybe go show face in the mid lane, but it's just gonna opt to letting the lane just push back into him. Considering it's been 7 minutes and there's only been 1 kill apiece, it looks like both teams have agreed that they want to slow down the pace of this game after what seemed to be an over the kill per minute, and that's a dead Irelia. Yeah, but yeah, an insane game last game has slowed down a little bit, but as you can see, the Vex just clearly styled on the Irelia. I feel bad. Not really, I like Vex. Irelia abusers are no life. I'm kidding, I love Irelia abusers. I'm an Irelia abuser too. Wink wink. Saying it for the boys. But yeah, as this game continues to progress, we can see that the level 6 point is almost reached in the bot lanes, where we're gonna probably see some fighting, but that is a hooked Set. Is going to get hit by Brand's ultimate, he's gonna get hit by the W, the passive, the proc, the kill, and Hydra's Darius is 2-1-0, sitting on a 150 gold bounty. And that would mean a Herald is going to be started as well, using the priority that they do have here in the mid lane from this Irelia, who's going to just quickly also make his way there, secure that for his team, while Darius is freely able to take as many plates as he wants over here. Probably just going to back away after this one. There we go. Gonna go back, have his Stride Breaker at ready. And yeah, that's a Herald that's also going to be in their pockets, probably going to be popped either mid or in bot lane along with those combined ultimates. As soon as that Brand ult is off cooldown, we will be looking to see him move towards a priority lane. I'm really just trying to hold the wave here, just doesn't want to crash it under his turret. It's taking quite a bit of damage. It's not really a freeze, just missed a Q as well. Let's not talk about those. Alright, the level 6. You can see that the bot lane of PNX are playing very respectfully. They know that this Alistar could just engage at any time. They're respecting the level 6. They're not stepping forward. They're just gonna let this wave crash. I'm not sure if they know or have an idea that Brand might be nearby. They might be looking to secure some vision here. You can see there's a rotation actually being made towards the mid lane. They are gonna run into this Brand. While the fight does break out on the top side, Wexa is able to use the ultimate and the fear. Darius has nowhere to go, does not have his flash, is likely gonna go down here? No, he lives. And Darius, too cool for school, just walks away from those, and they're gonna use this to most likely secure an uncontested dragon. If, let's see if Shy Boy is actually gonna go drop that Herald down in the bot lane and just give this gold over to the Vayne, who's gonna look to try to push this wave as soon as possible, but a fight breaks out immediately. A beautiful engage by the Rakan. The Varus is able to flash away, but he's gonna burn to death along with that roast beef from that cow, and Irelia is like, yes, I'm gonna queue and pick that one up, while Wayne picks the other one up, and that is gonna be a dragon as well as 4 kills to 2, and PNX just playing the map beautifully. And it all went wrong with trying to dive that Darius. And you can look at that, he's just pulling him in, just like, you can tickle me with your haymaker all you want, I'm Darius, I'm fed, I'll do whatever the hell I want with you. Sorry if that excited any one of you. Anyways, There is a free dragon on the map, which will eventually be taken. Darius is just gonna go for the all-in here. And that's a dead set. Who doesn't have the cooldown of the W, or does he? Nope, he doesn't, and he falls. And this is starting to look like pure lane dominance in game 2. Darius just getting the better of this set. Of course, it will be answered with this dragon that they're going to use with the broadside and the mid priority that they have. It's going to be an uncontested Cloud Dragon, and we shall see what the next dragon is going to be. Are we going to get another Hex deck? Oh, we are in for a Hex deck, so baby, it's going to be spicy. Alright, so some added magic resist shred and teamfight power with the slowing on the abilities to whatever team claims that dragon. Irelia landing a pretty good trade, but hey, that is a Wex. She is slightly ahead, considering she has not given any kills away. But Irelia also very close to her power spike, almost hitting that much needed Blade of the Ruined King, and then she could look to start grouping up. You can see Wukong coming in aggressively. He knows that the dash is down. Irelia is feared, but here comes the Wukong. Is just going to be able to land the full combo and take that kill, while we do have some roast beef in the bot lane again, as Brand has cooked that Alistair, and well, it might have been Poya days a few days ago, but that Wayne is gonna die to the Varus. But yeah, that is a dead bot lane. And plays around the map coming in from this jungle. Brand, who is now 104 with a completed Rylai's Crystal Scepter, free boots, 6 stacks on that on that seal, and this is starting to look very, very grim for the side of Team Ascend. But Darius might actually be caught out here. Wukong does not have the ultimate. Will he opt in for the 2v1, for the 3e1? Will Daddy Darius be able to dunk down on the set? And the answer is no, I got a team. And that's how they respond to that aggression, that over-aggression, I would say, from the Darius, who was sitting quite comfortably ahead not very long ago, now has to vacate his throne and make way for the new king, who is a Wukong, who is now on 2-0. The gold is almost even. We can see the blue team is slightly ahead right now. PNX team ahead by just a small amount of gold, which will slowly but surely have a little bit of momentum, but you can see Irelia already able to trade quite successfully. And you can see the immediate cleanse from the Wayne, who's able to use everything to keep that Varus away from killing her, but she is ignited and running away. She still has the ultimate. If she wants to use it, she's still holding onto it. I think it's on cooldown, but Varus is putting in the damage. Does he smell the triple kill? Oh, he's gonna walk into a stun. But here comes Wukong. Wukong's ultimate is available, but he's not gonna go for the turret dive. Brand is just gonna recall and thank God and pray to whatever God Brand prays to that he is alive to fight another day. Because in the long run of things, he's going to be worth a lot of gold, and a Brand with no summoners is going to be very squishy. So knowing this, let's see how PNX want to play around that. Oh, Darius just doing Darius things. He's just like, I don't care, you can bring your whole team, I'm ready to fight them again. That's Daddy Darius for you. All hail Noxus. All hail Imperialism. Alright, now you can see both teams, you can see the support moving in. They're trying to get some priority around the mid lane. Try to get this Herald for themselves. You can already see that the movements are coming through from the bot lane of Team Ascent. They're sending their AD carry in. Wex is gonna just most likely stick around for a little bit, because there's nothing really, that wave is not large enough to catch yet. Even though you can see that they're both moving down at the same time. They want to make sure that they have some priority. But there is definitely going to be a contest here. This is a Brand with an ultimate ready, even though there is no flash. He's just going to be able to land a free combo thanks to the Rakan. That Alistair is absolutely squishy and going to die, instantly giving the Darius the chance to ult multiple people in this fight. As the fight breaks out, Darius is already on a double kill. He's going to get a triple here as well. And it is cleanup duty. Welcome to our world, and I am Darius, and I live and win those. Not sure why they decided to take that fight, considering that the rotations were coming through. They had to respect that the team was moving there. But you can clearly see that this team is like, you do not get to abuse and underestimate us. We don't care how close the first game was. This is a best of 3. we are in control of this game, and we are going to take a comfortable position and take the driver's seat as we look to reset the map and get back out there to fight that next dragon. Considering that they got the first Drake, of course, it's very important to note that they have secured 2 turrets to 0, sitting on a gold lead of 8,000. Sorry, that is a gold lead of... I can't math right now, people. But it's almost a gold lead. It's like 5,500, almost 6,000 gold ahead at this point of the game. And that is a hyper-scaling Vayne. That is a very fed 6-2 Darius. You can already see some completed items coming through on the red side as well. Wukong having completed the Divine Sunderer. It's only Set who has been set back, unfortunately. Hasn't been able to complete his item yet. Would also be looking to go for that Stridebreaker, though Go Drinker might be a bit more of a better option just to give him a bit more survivability into all the burst damage that they have. But this Varus Alistair rather, Walister, are looking to move aggressively onto this Darius, who probably sniffs out something is up, considering that Set is just walking forward and charging his turret down. He's just gonna pay the due respect. He's gonna try to challenge for this cannon wave, but I'm not sure that's what he wants. But he is Darius, and he believes he wins these. But he's able to flash away, and it's just like, okay, on second thoughts, I will give that Wukong the respect it deserves. It's a trade of Wukong Ultimate Cyclone for the cooldown of the Darius Flash. Meanwhile, the dragon has been started and secured by this moving trio of Brand, Rakan, and Vayne. They're playing this quite well, actually, just moving as one unit around the map, securing objectives. They know that they're ahead, at least in terms of items, and if they are looking to try to isolate any lanes that would be working in their favor. Considering these skirmishes, and oh no, Set, not again. This is not how you want it to go. But hey, I guess Darius is not very upset with that. It was a bit of an oops, Set moment. Yeah, I'll stop with the puns now. But yeah, it's not looking good for that top lane for sure. Oh, you can see the stun actually landing on Irelia. He's gonna land the R as well, WQ combo, and it is essentially a solo bolo for that Irelia. Hey, Rakan's just like, hey, you know what, I'm just gonna go ward your blue and stand menacingly in front of you, forcing you to fight me. Because I have a Brand in my jungle and you don't. And this Brand is like, thank you very much, I'll take that blue buff, thank you. Okay. Okay. Alright. We see an attempt. This Darius is ignited. He is going to die. He does not have ultimate. And that is going to be kill secured. They wanted to give it to the Varus, but Wukong says, like, if he takes that blast cone, you're going to hate me even more, so I'm just going to take that, while there's a casual 3-wee turret in the bot lane. Nice. So right now we are sitting at a gold lead of, it's 36,500 gold to 29,500 gold. That is a monumental gold lead, and map control right now that this death ball that is Rakan, Vayne, and Brand. It's like Vayne is running around with 2 supports and an Irelia who's more than comfortable to sit in the side lane so long as she outscales this Wex, who won't be able to potentially just burst her down with the Electrocute and the All-In unless she had a few more items. So yeah, right now the game is definitely looking very much in favor of the blue team. We might be going into a game 3, but hey, I'm not gonna try to cast a curse anybody. We just want to see some interesting League of Legends. So we're entering 20 minutes, we are entering 20 kills. The pace of the game is slowly but surely picking up now, with the Baron spawning as well. Big purple worm there in the middle. Gonna give whatever team it decides it wants to give it to, depending on how chaotic the fight ensues. That purple buff that will help them dictate even more of this game. You can see that there is a fight constantly around that mid lane. Both teams want to have some priority. It's gonna be on which team pulls the trigger first, and the ones who are positioning quite aggressively right now is Team Ascension, PNX Ascension, whereas Team Ascend are just quite happy with letting waves bounce back into them. They don't want to take anything too risky. They know that this is a... Oh, but looks like there has been some miscommunication and this Alistar is just going to donate himself. But no, but that was a very good opportunity to land a really good combo. Actually, multiple ultimates being thrown down and the Irelia picks up this and the fight ensues, but it's more blue members alive. Set is also able to fall. Wukong barely walking away. He's just probably going to burn. No, but that is going to be Baron and a team fight in favor of the blue team that is so far ahead right now. It's starting to look a little bit unfair how far, but very soon there's going to be objective bounties up. I think they're already up for the red team, who need to try to slow down the pace of this game, because right now this Alistar is just looking like tinfoil and not the tanky support that he's supposed to be. If you cannot press your R button, you are not going to negate any of the heavy damage that's coming your way and all that crowd control. So even the choice of boots can be questioned here, going for the Swifties instead of opting for the Merc Treads instead. Let's see if they could try to just slow down the pace of this game a little bit. They know that all it takes is just literally one team fight to actually decide how this game goes if both teams play it perfectly. But for now, PNX are just very happy to sit back and let their Vayne farm. She's sitting on 4 kills, a 400 gold bounty. Irelia is on 3-2 and a 300 gold bounty and a sizable CS lead of about 30. The brand is worth 300 gold. 3010 has been a part of almost all of his team kills, if not counting any solo bolo encounters. Just 2 spells and we're gonna have HP bars dropping with this Baroned up siege. Team Ascend having to just weather the storm for now. Try not to give away too much. Hold on to these tier 2 turrets. Which of course means that they will have to concede this dragon, which will be slayed, as it is giving yet another stack of that elusive, beautiful dragon. We might actually try to see if there's going to be some angles to maybe go for a long-range engage. They do have the Vex ultimate to start a fight if they want to. As well as this might look like a Darius who has to flash away. They're not going to decide to burn anything else. Quite happy with just taking his flash while the pressure continues to mount as Irelia gets a push into that top lane. He's going to crash that turret. He's going to take that turret uncontested, actually. You can see a fight actually break out as the ultimate is used by the Varus. Is able to catch this brand out of position. Is just able to stand in one place and deliver. But Darius is getting a double kill. Darius is getting a triple kill. Darius is going to get a quadra kill, or is he? Here comes the backup. Is it the quadra? Yes, it is. Oh, we got to see a penta from this Darius. He wants it. Rokan is going to go in. Just one more is going to do it. It's going to be a pentakill. And Hydra has come alive. Sit down, ladies and gentlemen. This game, this series is over. As says the Dunk Master, who doesn't even need a skin to sit them boys down and be like, that is my playground. I will take those fucking odds. GG. And we're going to give him the sexta kill as well. Yes, indeed. He does get his sexta kill unofficially. And he's 7 something. I don't know the word for it. But talk about a wrecking ball. That was what PNX Ascension looked like in that second game. Top diff was basically the reason that game number 1 went in favor of Noob Alliance's team Ascend, but game 2 was top diff, which went in favor of team PNX. So let's see how the draft is going to be. I just can't wait for the third game. That was fantastic. All right, we will be back shortly, and yeah, I will catch you guys then. Don't go anywhere. There's one more game to decide who right now gets to call dibs on who's the best team in Sri Lanka right fucking now. Hades out. Be back soon.
You're scared. Good to know. You overstep.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the third and final game of the tournament between the two currently best League of Legends teams in Sri Lanka, PNX Ascension versus NA's, that's Noob Alliance's Team Ascend, and they are both looking to try to remove as many comfort picks as they can in this draft, taking away the Akshan, the Irelia, and the J4. And the respect being shown towards Hydra, they're banning away his Akali, who stood out in the South Asian tournament that was there a couple of months ago, where he really popped off. They're banning the Kindred, taking it away from Shy Boy. They know that that's one of his preferred champions. And the Jax, the bans have remained the same, but let's see what they are going to prioritize, as the first pick is going to probably determine, let's see what they are looking to secure themselves here. What's going to be that OP pick? They're going to go for the Nautilus, guaranteed CC. Let's see how we're going to get the response. We might even see like something like a Braum pop up over here, would be very good into the Nautilus. Traditionally a counter. Instead they're gonna opt for the Senna, so are we gonna see some kind of fancy Senna Tahm Kench action? And we are! Okay, alright. So it looks like this was a draft that they might have prepared for. They knew that they were gonna have to pull it out at some point. So let's see. This might mean that we will see a lot of attention being diverted down towards that bot lane. So, no second thoughts, no hesitation on that. The Varus is picked up for game 2 as well. The Varus Nautilus versus the Senna Tahm Kench is going to be a very back and forth matchup. Let's see if any team is able to just get that early game advantage and try to, you know, take control of the bot side, because fighting around dragons is very important, and both these teams have been pretty good at securing early dragons and pushing the advantage even further now by locking in the Syndra for Q2 Planet Mars. Control Mage setup, good scaling on the Syndra as well, being able to execute a Tahm Kench. Even if he manages to eat somebody, might still be, you know, quite useful. But oh, you can see the Gwen that was banned in the last game has now been locked in. So rock, paper, scissors is throwing down the gauntlet now. He's just like, okay, I'm gonna get my Gwen and we're gonna ban away some of those annoying champions that can fight me in the laning phase. So we might see a Darius being taken off the board here. They do not want a repetition of Daddy Darius in their game, I would assume. They take away the brand, of course, showing a lot of respect to that jungler, who right now is like, if you are not playing brand support, brand mid, or brand jungle, then you should pick up that champion. He is OP right now with all the buffs that came his way. And with the new season rolling out soon, you can expect to be a lot of madness. Not sure how that's gonna go for an old-timer like me. I'm just like 77 years old, and yeah, 1 foot's in the grave already. I'm still casting League of Legends for you guys, and it's an honor to sit through 3 games with the hardcore fans who are alive, the goblins who are awake at this time. Probably potty shape, take a shot, take a ganagamang, or having a potty puff something. Anyways, Darius is going to be banned away, the final ban, and let's see how they want to round out the draft here. How the final ban is going to be from the blue side team here, which is PNX Ascension. Probably want a mid laner, take away some control. Instead they go to ban away the Tristana. Having to deal with this whole double ADC. And an action is probably not what you want, so I would say that is a relatively good ban. actually quite a good band. It's a very intelligent band. It's just that I'm minus 200 IQ and these players are plus 200. Wait, are we gonna see a Lux? We are gonna see a Lux into the Syndra. Okay, Battle of the Burst Mages. Battle of the Control Mages. Let's see, that's...
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I know you guys lost me there. I was talking about control mages, and then my mic decided to be like, nope. But we will see an invade coming here from the Nautilus. Is stepping forward, throws the hook, it misses, and that's going to be them just returning back to their lanes. Nothing to see. There was no invade. You guys didn't see anything. So what's going on, goblins? If you guys are awake at this time and watching League of Legends, between two of the best teams in Sri Lanka, then you are the homies. And homies, unite in the chat. Spam poggers if you want to. Or spam I love you, Raven, if you want to. Whatever you decide to cheer on your teams, just go for it. You'll get a cookie. Lux should not be stepping so far forward and gets hooked, and now she's taking an aggressive trade. Oh dear. That was not what we wanted to see, but it happened. Anyway, so we're going back to... Anywho's moving on, we're going back to the laning phase. Syndra is going to probably press this advantage to just move forward position aggressively if she wants to. And look to punish this health bar. Nautilus walks up into a bush and just eats half of his health bar. So yeah, both teams kind of overstepping a little bit. Top lane is just like, hey, I'm gonna pull you in. Welcome you, say, welcome to the top lane. Good trades around the board. Lux able to actually land her Q as well there, or E. This is a farming Tahm Kench and a starving Senna, so we're gonna see the Senna slowly but surely scale, even though she doesn't get any CS. I'm gonna try to look to just keep this lane as passive as possible. Farm up. Look for fights on CC engages. Same as how Varus and Nautilus should be playing out this lane. This lane is slowly pushing in towards the bot lane of PNX. Lux able to just also try to keep up with CS as much as she can, considering she lost such a big chunk of her HP at the very start of the game, as soon as the minions hit the lane. She was probably just trying to sneak in to get a ward in, but then, yeah, the faker ward, they say. If you ward the Raptors at 115, it's supposedly the faker ward. And it spots out the pathing of the junglers, so yeah. Keep note, mid laners. Very good trade there. Evenly returned by the Syndra. They're both just chugging their potions, staying alive. Bot lane slowly pushing in favor of the red team, who just decided they're just going to push slowly. Try to look to harass as much as possible. They have plenty of safety if they need it. And Nautilus is just going to get caught there. He's able to land the hook, actually, and the root. Tahm Kench will have to use a grey health and does not. Flash forward, immediately cleansed away the stun. But here comes the Elise, and he's going to try to pick up the kill here. Senna is not going to be able to pick up the kill because Varus is just like, I'm the ADC, I take those kills. And already PNX off to a very, very good start. Just small plays, small positioning mistakes leading to consequential decisions, but Viego might be looking towards top side here. Try to maybe get something out of this set. Ideally would be looking to move at this point. Set does not have any idea. He's going to look to try to push this wave. And he's just going to go for the trade aggressively. This is exactly what they want. Here comes the Viego. Let's see how he plays this out. Set might have to actually burn summoners here. He's running the wrong way. Not sure that's your base, buddy, but if it can get you out of a sticky situation, the flash followed by the Gwen, who's gonna probably just dash forward, get the snip. That should be an easy pickup there. Very good timing window there. Maybe not really respected there by Hydra, who didn't opt to, or maybe didn't have his ward at the time, immediately teleporting back into the lane. That was kind of like in a very bad state for him. He needs to get this pushed under the turret as soon as possible. To stop this Gwen from just getting a freeze, which he seems to be succeeding in quite well at the moment. You can see Set immediately just being like, nope, you ain't gonna freeze this, buddy. I'm gonna push this back in. Also, once again, down to the slow push as we rotate across the map. We see that this Senna Tahm Kench seem to be going pretty well with this lane so far, but Elise is back for round 2, and that is a flashless Senna. She's just running away for now. Oh, actually she did save her flash from last time and is able to get away. Not take too much from that, but Summoner is being blown and this Elise really showing presence around the bot lane. That is definitely going to be a kill lane if any CC lands on either of the teams, so while the mages duke it out in the mid lane, you can see that the Syndra has accumulated a slight CS lead, not much, and also perhaps in experience as well. You're going to see constant pressure in all three lanes, just like how they want to keep this going. Fast-paced League of Legends is the best, they say. And being able to do this now, we might see a roam window here. Let's see if the ward catches this Nautilus on the roam. Viego just reminding said that he is in the top side. Don't overextend. Okay, and no cannons were missed that day. Syndra also able to just sidestep, get away from that Lux. Not quite enough damage to get the full execute on that combo, on the minion wave, on the back minions, on the caster minions, but getting there. As soon as that Lost Chapter is complete, that should be fine on the next back. And as things slow down, you can see that it's just a 200, now 300 gold going in favor of the blue team, who were able to get that first blood. And Elise, having made the return gank, is now perhaps going to focus her attention onto this top side. They probably know that there is no ghost on this Gwen because she used it in the last fight, and you can see that there is no hesitation. In comes the Shy Boy, but a very good immune. Gwen is able to now use her ultimate. He's able to land some stacks. She just needs to get a few auto attacks off if she wants to get her passive up, but he's gonna fall eventually here. May have been able to kite that a little bit better, but did the best that she can considering it was a pretty doomed situation from the start. So nice try by her. Lux just immediately using her laser to just clear the wave. Like, not let the Syndra get too much out of this. You can see more pressure being applied by this Senna Tahm Kench. We're more than comfortable to just sit back, farm, get some stacks on this Senna, who will be scaling to infinity at some point, as well as with a Tahm Kench to keep her safe, and many other people in the team fights. This priority resulting in a dragon for PNX Ascension right now. It's going to go uncontested because they don't have the priority in either of the lanes. Luck was able to use her priority by using the ultimate earlier. And you can see an actually aggressive play happening here. They're trying to go on the Nautilus, but he's just like, okay, that's cool, I'll just take your ward. And try to take this one too. W auto? Oh, just missed it. Just missed by Keskus, they say. So both teams seeming to be sitting quite comfortably right now. Nothing too chaotic has happened. It's just a 1k gold lead and a slight advantage in favor of this bot matchup here. Varus sitting on 2 kills. Will be farming in, completing his Kraken Slayer very soon as well. Hit the power spike. Set trying to maybe just try to get some damage off on the Gwen, who's just able to constantly keep doing this, just shoving the wave in. Every single time Set walks up to take a minion, she can just look to harass like this. Set looking to trade aggressively, cancels an auto attack for whatever the reason, but yeah, now we can see the bot lane is stepping up. They're trying to just get some deep vision, move around with this Elise, try to get the ball rolling, try to make something happen, because the more this game stalls out, the worse it's gonna look. Lux with some fancy footwork there is able to sidestep quite a bit, while Gwen goes actually super aggressive under the tower. Trade of ultimates there are actually Set still has his ultimate. Let's see if he's just gonna use it right now. He does. Gwen is taking turret aggro and he's gonna be a return kill. But the wave is in a bit of a fucked position. But meanwhile, a fight breaks down in the bot lane as well. All the focus is going on the Senna, but Varus is just having to respect this. Tahm Kench is just relentlessly chasing him. Senna is gonna fall to the Nautilus, and now they're gonna turn on the Tahm Kench. They're probably gonna get this kill as well. Tahm Kench looking to trade aggressively, but it's not gonna work. Nautilus is gonna land a hook here. No. Oh, they could have gone for this. Oh, they still do go. They can go for this. They can definitely get this kill. E, Varus, okay. One more, 2, third auto attack. Q, W. Oh, not enough mana. Nautilus! Caster minions! Ah! Survives. Whew. Alright. Spicy game. So that turned out to be more in favor of the blue team, who has ended up coming out ahead with 2 kills in trade for 1 now. Extended their goal lead by a little bit past 1,200 at this point. Kraken Slayer completed on the Varus, and you can now see we're going to be starting to enter this early mid-game, where things in the lane start to get more spicy. Set trading aggressively on the Gwen, who has some backup arriving. The stun is not going to land. Fast stun by the Viego, but is instantly just going to opt into backing away, as Elise is here to keep the Set alive. So good play there, but not resulting in much. But the Viego flash is something this Elise will take. And now they have the track. They know there's a Viego. Set is not afraid to step up. He has his W ready. Is able to just trade aggressively. A teleport now coming in, forcing the back. But I'm not sure this is a teleport that was something that he wanted to do. The flashbind actually connects. Insane! He did that through Fog of War, but then the Lux is caught off guard, but the ultimate from the Viego is able to keep him alive just long enough to get the resets, and this is Viego's time, baby. He's just gonna pick up these kills. It's a double kill over to the Gwen, and now they are firing back. New Balance not willing to back away. They're able to make the play work. That flash engage from Lux was absolutely bonkers, and now she's gonna pay the price. There's a Syndra who's gonna press R and a Q, and that should be a dead Lux, but still it was a beautiful play. Punished in the end, but this is a Syndra who is kind of out of position here. Let's see, there's gonna be one-on-one that's happening in the bot lane as well. Varus, buddy, that's not what you want to do against Tahm Kench that has tank items and can just do that to you. But meanwhile, Senna is also deciding, I will make sure it's an even trade and donate my life to the cause, which is to die in mid lane after picking a 1v1 with the Syndra, which turned into a 2v1 and eventually a 3v1. And now there's a fight for the Scuttle Crabs. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm too old for this. Please get me out of this game. Flash forward, flashy. This Viego has absolutely nowhere to go. TNX are able to pick this up, and this game is starting to turn bloody, and I fucking love it. Alright, sorry for the swearing, YouTube. Please don't ban me for one F-bomb. Oof. Syndra able to dodge away from the laser. Dodge away from the... Oh, she's gonna go back in. Senna is back here. This is gonna be a root landed on the Lux, but the Elise is here as backup. This is a burning unseen blade, and he no longer remains to be seen as he is wiped off the map. While a trade happens in the top lane, the set is getting low. Gwen is trying to land the ultimate. She might actually get this here. She's probably going to secure the kill there as well. So more fighting, more action happening, more rotations coming in just as this dragon is spawning. Elise is making her way there. They know Viego is at the blue. She knows she is quite strong at this point, but has not probably been able to reset. They're going to use the mid prize they just got with Varus and the Nautilus to secure this dragon for themselves. Gwen is just going to pick up some plates here for herself. Might look to get this one, just greed for it. Yeah, baby, let's go. Dragon secured, plate secured, just back away. Syndra's coming. Nautilus might have to sacrifice his life here. Viego does have ultimate. Does he want to go in for this? But Syndra is chasing this Gwen. I'm not sure why Gwen wanted to stick around in the first place and just donate a free kill. She could have just backed away. I'm not sure why that happened. But alright, we take those, says the 3-0 Syndra right now, who's sitting on 101 CS to just 89, and the 0-1-3 Lux is might have made a crazy play, but is not making very much happen in terms of just making the right rotations, playing with the tempo, because both these teams are actually playing at a very high pace right now. It's just working on cooldowns and knowing who has flash, who doesn't have CC, who does, and yeah. This match is turning into quite an expensive one from both teams, as there's bounties on right now sitting on the Elise, and we're almost at a dead even game. It's 23,700 gold to 22,600, so it's constantly just been this back and forth kind of, both teams just deciding to take what they can and try to take as many fights as they can in their favor. That has led to this stage of the game where right now both teams are sitting on a dragon apiece. We do have the Rift, the Scuttle Crab, rather, the Rift Herald, rather, having gone to the red team earlier. But this is the final game. Both teams have a lot on the line. Bragging rights are on the line. Being able to call yourself the best team in Sri Lanka is on the line. So both teams are not willing to back down. It's gonna be chaotic. It's gonna be bloody. There's, so many calls being made at the same time. We might see a collapse here on the Lux and Senna, but, Senna is going to camouflage and get them to safety. Not sure why Viego is spending just time in the top lane. Maybe just trying to force the Syndra off the minions. Varus is able to crash the turret. Is probably going to rotate to the mid lane now. I'm not sure what both teams are trying to do, but there is a Herald that is looking to be started very soon. Viego just takes almost all of his HP from the Syndra. Gwen using her ultimate to try to get some pressure back, but now doesn't have her ultimate, does not have summoners, and is in a bit of a precarious position. Might look like she's just gonna die here. And let's see who the kill goes over to. They're gonna give it to the Nautilus. Yeah. And Nautilus is able to land a really good ultimate, but the follow-up here from the Viego is just not enough to give him the reset, and Q2 is dominating. Multiple fights happening here in the top side, but PNX able to come out ahead on top. Lux is once again just here at the wrong time, is not able to make much happen. It's very unfortunate that she's here towards the latter end and not really able to land her combos. It's not her fault, but you can see that this unrelenting pressure is leading to some mistakes from Team Ascend, while Varus is just quite happy to sit on this very, very comfortable goal lead and scale towards his Rage Blade that he's going to probably get on his next recall, or at least next 2 recalls. And looking at lane states, we can see that right now both teams are just trying to chip away, trying to get the first turrets down on both sides of the top lane. You can see this Herald is still awake, so both teams not wanting to give this one up for free. Both teams are poising aggressively. They do not want to let PNX have their way. They know they want to make something happen, and they're opting to just go all in and secure this for themselves, which results in actually happening. This is great for them. They are able to get away for free, but at the cost of maybe a mid lane wave that's going to be crashed and maybe some damage on the turret. Oh, Tom has to flash, respect the ultimate coming out of the Varus. Maybe that was a bit too aggressive, but you're level 9. Yes, you do have a Heartsteel, but careful, they had the team members at ready, and now one hook when you're out of the position and you can just get burst down because you don't still have any magic resist, and this Elise is already quite fed, and Gwen actually goes into an aggressive trade in the top lane. The Syndra is just stuck in no man's land, and I'm not sure this is the lane you wanted to go to, Syndra, because you are fighting a Gwen who right now is sitting on a Leeching Leer and a Nashor's Tooth, and it's quite massively ahead. And well, just as I say that, Viego gets caught just trying to make a rotation into his own jungle that does not belong to him apparently, because of all the attention that was being paid towards the top side of the map. Now, as you can see, both teams are just sitting at this place where they're both very happy with how things are going. I would not be very happy if I was the red team getting caught like that, and just having some poor lane assignments, especially with this dragon just about to spawn. We will see some vision being cleared out as PNX look to just quite comfortably, uncontested, secure this mountain dragon whenever they want to. I think we can see that the Elise is going to stay for the blue as well. She might have gotten it. Gwen is able to take the tower as well. That's 2 turrets gone, and this Gwen is starting to become a bit of a problem, I would say. Probably does have a completed item on her recall. And we do see Varus having caught out the Tahm Kench, or is it the other way around? Nautilus is just like, I live these, but Viego is not very lucky for this world and is about to fall, and so is this Elise. Varus is just going to have to run away. This Tahm Kench is just so tanky, and Elise is just going to have to just try to peel for her team. Syndra comes in with a teleport. He's able to kill the Lux, but she's caught in no man's land. Good hook lands from the Nautilus on the Tahm Kench, but the Tahm Kench is still alive. Varus is still alive. They're trying to play around the cooldowns. This is going to be the fall of the Syndra, and more stacks coming to the Senna as she is able to turn it up. Gwen coming in at the very end of that as well, joining the fight with, well, a double kill of her own and a dragon, now going in favor of NA. So my goodness, this game just turned on its head. Like, it looked like it was just going in favor of PNX all the way, but small misplays and just quick decision making and just constant tunnel vision on the objectives. They know this dragon is important, and both teams are like, we've been team fighting all the way. We're not gonna back out now. When the backs are against the wall, that is when the underdogs shine, and playing against arguably right now the best team in Sri Lanka, you can see that NA have a glimmer of hope, though it is still on a very, very, very knife's edge. So let's just see how this plays out, because this Elise is actually really, really far ahead of this Viego, who has caught up in terms of farm, but his build has just made him so squishy that if he's not able to land some auto attacks off and, you know, just survive long enough, he might not be able to get his ultimate, but hopefully that would change when he builds his Divine Sunder, which I'm guessing he's going to go for. You also have to give some love to the supports in this game because they have pissed up the constant vision, but as I say that, Tahm Kench is just a little bit too forward in the lane, gets caught out. Senna able to blow the flash to keep herself alive, keep her away from the Nautilus ultimate, but that's another flash blown, and these are the mistakes that are going to cost you in this 20 minutes of the game. When Baron Nashor is on the map, blowing your ADC's flash and cleanse is probably not how you wanted to go. And now with the numbers advantage that they have, with that pick that they took in the mid lane, this is looking like a 20-minute Baron. He's probably going to go uncontested. Nautilus is going to probably take most of his HP bar here. Syndra is not even joining the fight, just keeping this Senna away. Let's see if there's going to be an attempt for a steal here. Viego flashes in and tries to secure it, but the smite is there to secure it, and now the fight is over as soon as it began. It was a valiant attempt, but at the end of the day, it was a desperation play that was coming off a mistake that PNX were able to capitalize. They are used to these high intensity, high pressure situations, able to keep their comms, keep their collective about them. Just one more attack should do it. Come on, Casaminion, you got this. Yay, buddy, let's go. Fuck yeah, MVP. So yeah, and you can see question marks been coming down on the one Casaminion. Like, how dare it destroy the tower? Alright, let's take a breather. I need a sip of water. I've been going at this for a long time now. I'm even sure like my brain is just programmed to just watching the minimap rather than watching my screen. Which is something you should do if you play competitive League of Legends. Just watch the map. It helps a lot. And anyways, now we're gonna have to see the siege come through. Are they gonna assign the 1-3-1? It looks like they are going to, or maybe they just try to 5-man this, because this is what this other team wants to do, right? You want PNX to just group up, use this Baron buff, force down these remaining turrets on the inside, and try to look to play. So they're looking to play around the 4-1. They're not giving too much attention to the minion wave in the bot lane. They can go join that at any time that they wanted to. For now, they're just going to keep up this line of vision, try to make sure that there are no flank angles. They know that teleports are up from the Lux. They know teleport is up on the Gwen as well. Both teams just playing very, very carefully right now. I'm not sure if Elise is a little caught here. She goes in aggressively. She's able to use her Rabble to get away, but then this is going to be a Nautilus is going to probably have to flash to stop himself from dying. But a beautiful stun, and a Syndra ultimate is able to instantly pop this Viego, and Viego is down. That is jungler down, and that is 0 for 1. And another kill goes over to PNX in this moment. And now you can see Seth just trying to walk through just to give some backup to his team. Maybe wants to drop the pressure in the top lane because they're at a numbers disadvantage. So you can see that despite this, they're able to push out that bot lane as well. Get another minion wave to crash. Lux is able to respond. Let's see if he's just going to try to be a little, annoying. Let this Gwen come in. Flash immediately, stun to follow. I'm not sure if Gwen could have immune the stun over there, but he's chasing, has the ghost. Another flash forward. Snip, snip, snip. Auto attack, down goes. Down goes that Syndra, I guess. But now it looks like Varus is caught in no man's land, is running in the wrong direction. Flash over the wall. He's gonna get him to his set, and Set's like, alright buddy, let's just get away from here. There are flashes being blown, they know that something's up. There are 2 Baron buffs on the map. Senna is not giving up on this. She is gonna go forward, but they are gonna stop the pursuit for now. They have waves crashing in the top lane. They have a wave in favor of them in the bot lane, and the dragon will be spawning very soon. It's gonna be a very important mountain dragon that's gonna give this team some added resistances going into these team fights into the late game. Both teams would be more than happy to take that. But if it were up to PNX, they should be the ones to try to push the pace of this game, because their champions don't necessarily have the best late game scaling. Because the Gwen in the side lane is definitely going to be a problem, and this set has not built teamfight. This set has built split push with the Hullbreaker. So he's just going to be, I guess Lux is going to be stuck on wave clear duty in the top lane. The dragon is going to be started. A hook lands from the Nautilus, but there is no follow-up. He's alone and isolated, but the set flank comes in, Set able to land a full combo, and just able to single-handedly take that Viego. Nautilus is still somehow alive, and just like that, PNX just wiped the floor with with the Noob Alliance team right now. I'm not sure how that fight just turned out the way it did, but Nautilus was able to survive for so long, and that was just a 1 death to 4. I'm not sure if that was worth it at this stage of the game. Oof, an aggressive flash actually, just to push this Lux deeper and deeper into the base. She's going somewhere. She's going to die. And it's double execute as... Well, not a double execute, but Varus is able to somehow just salvage and take a mid lane turret out of that. Look at timers. Knows that he is still in no man's land. He's just going to run. There are no more teleports to chase him. And we are down to a very, very close game, ladies and gentlemen. 2 dragons apiece. This is still a 5,000 gold lead that the red team have to compete with right now, considering that this team is right now at its peak, I would say. So they just need to try to slow this game down if they're looking to try to have a chance at coming back into this. It's going to be very important who gets caught out at this point. Dead timers are going to be very long soon, and neither team can afford to make that many mistakes, because the moment you make a mistake, one of these teams will capitalize. They are good enough to do that. Let's just see how they play the map. Having a look at the vision we have, both teams having some vision around the Baron that will be spawning soon. They're both looking to try to get priority. Lux having to drop into this top lane. It's being mirrored by the top push. The big minion wave from the red side is gonna automatically push towards that base. That will be answered at some point. Both teams kind of just fighting for vision, fighting at this point in the river, trying to play around cooldowns, just like they are going to do right now, and just instantly blow up that Tahm Kench, who was not long for the world the moment he got caught. You cannot afford to get caught. It just takes one mistake, and these teams will punish you for this. So this means that they're going to have to concede this mid pressure that they have, and are going to have to maybe look to go into their own jungle, where these guys would comfortably sit knowing that there's a Baron on the map, look to try to bait something, spot out these wards on their way out. There is still one in the river on the right hand side of the lane. Someone will have to answer this minion wave, but it looks like they're just gonna skip this for now. They don't have teleports to kind of answer that. Nobody wants to go back there, so you can instantly see they know that the Baron is being taken. Senna was just trying to take this turret off the map by herself. They're peeling away from the Baron, so this seems to be working. They might have to concede the inhibitor here. Gwen is definitely gonna take this inhib if left untouched. Just Gwen being on 3 items and disastrously ahead. Maybe try to take someone down with her. Is not gonna do that. But that's going to be a Baron taken by the rest of his team. What a hero play. Gwen, take a bow. You just got your team a free Baron. You can see teleports being used, but maybe they don't have the damage. This is a Senna and a Lux and a Viego and a Tahm Kench. It's not the fastest of Barons, so yeah, they're going to have to peel away. They're going to hard commit on the Syndra, who just used her teleport. She now doesn't have her shield anymore. Tahm Kench is going to try to look to chase this, but you can see that the blue team is already moving back. They have the priority once again, and it's once again a fight for vision. There are going to be a few resets, but this is an inhibitor that they need to contend. They're going to take some poke damage from this, but this is a very fast Baron. This is a Varus with a Rage Blade, Blade of the Ruin King, and a Kraken Slayer, and he's going to shred this Baron. They don't have any vision. They don't know what's happening in there. He's just going to hope for the best, and oh my god, was that a steal? No, at least he's able to secure that, but the other team is also able to stay alive. Baron secured by PNX at the cost of their jungler's life, but that's 4 buffs that they would be glad to take. Reset, put the pressure on the map. They need this set pushing out this top lane, or going into the solo lane, into the bot lane, and getting this mid priority once again. They need to try to keep this tower up during the duration of this Baron buff if they want to make a difference and try to secure this third important dragon, which is going to be sole point for both teams at this point of the game. 28 minutes in almost 29, 26 kills on the side of PNX Ascension and 14 kills on the side of NA's team Ascend. And it's 5 turrets to 5 turrets, 2 dragons apiece. So far, it's just a very small gold lead in the larger scheme of things. But just one small mistake, again, can lead to fatal consequences. So both teams need to be playing very carefully around this dragon right now. You can see that the red team is the first to move in. They might be looking to catch somebody out here. Varus is alone, but it's a little bit of a skewed engage as Nautilus comes in, but the Elise is here to follow up, misses the misses the cocoon, however, and now Gwen is able to just free fire. This is a Gwen with all the items. She's not split pushing. She is going to stand there and fight you, and that is a reset for the Viego. Let's see how he uses it. He's able to land his EW, goes in for the R, immediately rappelled away, but the Lux laser is dodged away from Elise. He's able to stay alive, but goes out of the Viego as well, as health bars are dropping everywhere, but the Varus is able to stay alive, but this is Viego's time to shine, baby. He is taking over these souls, and he's going to go unstoppable. He's able to be killed by the Syndra, but the Gwen is able to live through that and get a double kill, and it's a full, clean ace, and Gwen is able to survive all of it and take the rewards, which is the dragon. Now Lux, you can let Gwen take this. You can push out that mid wave. You can try to get that turret. She doesn't need the help. But okay, it's alright. You guys got the objective. You all got the team fight win. You could not count out this team. They are fighting with their lives, and my goodness, Noob Alliance, if you guys are able to keep your cool, keep your calm and collected in these intense clutch moments against the best team in Sri Lanka, y'all can perhaps cause an upset here. You guys are the underdogs, and maybe y'all can make something happen, but it's gonna be on some very decisive play from this point onwards. Y'all need to remember that this is basically was because Viego was able to get his resets, otherwise this was not going to be the case. So let's see. It's live to fight another day as they're able to get this big minion wave pushed into the mid lane, able to secure that final annoying outer turret, get some vision back, get some control back in this game, and now start looking to establish some deep vision in the jungle of PNX. Both teams just kind of dancing around the mid lane. There's not really that many objectives on the map, just some jungle camps. Considering we are already at 32 minutes into the game, and looking at the player levels, it only looks like it's going to gradually go even deeper, because there's still another at least 2 Barons and another 2 or 3 dragons with the Elder potentially for this game. So this could go into the hyper late game depending on how these teams played. So let's see which team can actually capitalize on which team's mistakes first. Right now you can see there's some vision set up around the red side. Maybe try to look to catch somebody out with the Lux combo, because if you can deal some significant poke damage, that's 1 member down and some more pressure on the map. Gwen is just able to comfortably push the side lane at this point. You can see that Set needs to ideally be making use of the fact that he has a split push item, but he's opting in to stick with his team because he knows that if they get caught out at any point, it's gonna be game over. So he just wants to make sure that he can pick up this wave that's slowly pushing into him from this Gwen, while vision is reclaimed from the blue side. Noob Alliance moving into their own jungle, passing over the red buff to their Senna, who is, let's see how many souls is Senna actually sitting on. She's sitting on 106, so that is a lot of added range that she gets, having over 100 souls on her passive ability. And she still has another 4 levels more to go in this game, but one mistake, 1 CC, you might be calling it good night to this game. But Gwen is this one saving grace who now needs to use this pressure that she has to force people to respond to her threat. She is huge right now. 12 kills, 6 deaths, and 4 assists, but more than ahead in terms of items from everybody else. She's on full build, is able to run away right now, because we do see a commit. This is the strongest member. They want to try to catch her out. What can NA get on the other side of the map, though? The Baron hasn't spawned yet. They're moving their members just to try to get some vision down, and maybe try to look to set up something. Maybe try to catch somebody off guard who's just wandering a bit too far forward in the lane or in the jungle. Oh, Lux is caught kind of out of position here. Nautilus flash auto, E to slow, and here comes the collapse. The flank angle was there, and you can see Senna having to blow her flash immediately. Nautilus down to almost 0 HP. He's able to dodge away. Elise is also having to run, but this Varus is on the retreat right now. He wants to just put out as much damage as he can before he dies. He gets eaten up and spat back out, but he is alive, and he's able to secure a kill there, and now they're going to use this numbers advantage. Not perhaps try to get an inhibitor off of this, because that's 2 dead people on the side of this thing, but that Lux ultimate was pretty good to keep that minion wave away, so they might just look to turn on the Baron here. Oh, I'm not sure if this is where you want to be, Viego. If you get caught to any CC, you will be giving this game away for free. You do not want to be seen or spotted on any wards. And just as he says that, he is able to land a full combo. Does he have ultimate to get over the wall? He does not. Does he have flash to get over the wall? He does not. There is nothing he can do except watch the Baron go down. And that is a very unfortunate turn of events. I guess they greeted a bit too much and got caught. But there is a dragon spawning. You can see some pings being thrown there. You can see recalls coming through, empowered recalls and pings going down immediately. Viego already marching there. He's trying to go and get this done as soon as possible. You can see backup is on the way. But these are very fast moving champions. They are moving through the jungle. They do not want to let this soul point go for free. They use their second Squire's Bloom. Here comes the Elise. Are they going to turn on the Elise now? Or are they going to try to look to go for the 50-50? It looks like it's going to be a 50-50. If Viego is able to survive for that long, he's able to somehow get the smite through being eaten by his Tahm Kench to be kept alive, and wow, they were able to take that dragon, and down goes the Elise. So just like that, now they have to deal with this Gwen in the side lane and 4 members riding strong with this Mountain Soul. An ultimate just used to try to zone everybody, try to just deal a little bit of damage. I'm not sure if that was the right call, but yeah, maybe just to apply a little bit more pressure, make them back away. They do have to work with one super minion wave that's slowly being pushed in by this Gwen sitting idly in the side lane. There's absolutely nothing this set can do. The set cannot walk up to her. It's not going to end well. They might look to try to maybe get a pick over here, though. Let's see. Are they going to go for it? No. Okay, Gwen is just able to back away. They're going to concede the pressure in the mid lane. They're just going to try to keep their base alive for the time being. This blue buff is probably going to get taken. Nothing can be done about that. Is Lux going to take it with the laser? No, Lux is going to reset and probably look to use her teleport in the bot lane. Or maybe just run down there. Save her teleport. She can snipe the minion wave. Reset. Spend your gold. Let's see what the items that come through. You can see that now there have been a few purchases. Sunfire Cape and Heartsteel. Try to keep this Tahm Kench alive as much as he can while this Senna slowly scales. It's not the carry Senna build, it's more of the lethality Senna, but it could work in most situations. Ideally, this would be going into at least a 45-minute game with how the way things are going right now. And as we enter those hyper late stages, once again, it cannot be emphasized enough. One single mistake could cost you. So you want to be playing as careful as you can. Both teams setting up sort of like a defensive vision line, fighting for this mid priority. But the advantage is always going to be in favor of this Gwen, who is just going to... Now, she knows that there's some members there. She can push this wave out and immediately try to look to recall or bait somebody there. Right now, they're missing on the map, so she's showing the respect. She's not showing herself in the lane, just sitting in that bush, making sure that the top wave is also being pushed in. That inhibitor will be respawning very soon as well. And that might be another point of contention for both these teams. Just try to look to spread out the control that they have around the map. Right now, Lux's wave clear just being something of, well, just Lux things, I guess. And yeah, there's going to be constant battles for side lane pressure. And this is a war of attrition that the Gwen potentially wants to win. She's just being so respectful right now. She does not want to overstep. She does not want to throw the game. She understands that there's members missing, so she's just probably just gonna just lay back in the shadows, maybe try to see if she can get a good ward in for a teleport flank at some point. As soon as they see the Varus Nautilus or the Syndra and the set, then they will know how to proceed in the lanes. Okay, now Set has been spotted on the wave. Gwen is probably gonna go back down and try to push this wave a little bit further in. She's still being very respectful of the collapse. Okay, the moment she goes in, we can see them. Some pings are going down. They're gonna move into the top position because they know that this is the time that they have to get some priority on this Baron. So now this wave is probably going to be Set is going to be there to catch this wave. They're going to move or try to set up and set an ambush here. Maybe see if they can catch somebody off guard. Cryos is going to spot out some of the members there, so they know that they're still here. Gwen was able to reset and pick up probably an elixir for herself now. Become even more stronger in the split push, or is she going to just try to group up with her team and try to look for something potentially elsewhere? Because we are entering now, we are 40 minutes into the game, dead timers are almost at maximum, and one small play could change everything. So just a trade of Lux ultimate for a bit of an HP bar, a bit of a chunk on the Senna. You can see the Tomkin gets caught and immediately has to burn his flash. So, that seemed to have been a little bit of a misstep, but now here comes the Gwen. She is immune, she has her Ghost on. That's the go button, but where is it going? Into a Viego, it seems, because now this is looking like a very juicy fight if he can get a good flank in. Now, as you can see, the fight is a little bit split up. Viego is behind them now, and he's going to use his combo to miss completely and die. Doesn't get any more resets in that. I'm not sure if the team was on the same page, but you can see that the red team is grouping up together now. They're forcing the fight, they're making it happen. Lux is out of mana, but probably has enough for just one more bind. Oh, just falls short, but is slowed by the Senna. Here comes the Lux ultimate, is not able to dodge away from that. Senna is able to pick up another kill, and ladies and gentlemen, that just might be the game. GG, well played. That definitely was not the way it was supposed to go. It looked so good and it looked so bad, but ladies and gentlemen, we have our winners of the tournament. Congratulations, and what an incredible series of games. It was fantastic, and I'm so lucky to have been able to cast these great players, showing us some of the best League of Legends Sri Lanka has to offer. So congratulations to the winners, and I just wanted to say that was some fantastic League of Legends. It was very fiesta, it was very Sri Lankan, it was amazing. I hope everyone who was watching it enjoyed it as well. But I'm going to be heading out of here. Maybe I'll catch you guys at another tournament in the future. But stay tuned, because there actually is a party that's being hosted. And you guys might want to be